Hello, friends, and welcome to another draft here on Magic Arena. We've been playing a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender, having a great time with it. Still discovering what's good, what's bad. I think the pieces are starting to come together, but let's try to take those lessons, put it into this draft, and see what we get. Pack one, pick one. We've got, out of the commons and uncommons, this is probably the best common here. What else? I do like the Warriors. Out of the uncommons, this is the only. These are the unplayable ones. The Pathic, the allies at last, accumulated visions or wisdom rather, and the Airbender Ascension. Those are all pretty good. I don't think I could fault you for taking any particular one. I think allies at last might be the weakest, but that said, it's still a pretty. It's a very good card. Guru Pathic. It's the most expensive, and I think when you're in doubt, taking the cheapest card can tend to be the best. And well, I've had this card be very good, and this card also goes really well with um, a lot of ETBs and stuff. So we'll be starting there and seeing where we go. I do like the wisdom, but I think Airbender Ascension ends up probably better for me. Back to we've got the Dragon Tea Shop, which I think is good, but if there's plenty of mana sinks, don't be in a hurry to pick up one that is just okay. That said, this one is very good, so I'm gonna take this guy, and maybe that's what we end up doing. Unless there's like a premium removal uncommon or common, that probably would take this. I would not consider the rebuke premium, but it is good. Same with the precision. It's good, but you're not in a hurry to take it because if you're not in a deck that is very sack focused with lots of fodder and stuff, it's less good. This is a 2 mana 2/2. That's a very low floor. It's very good. All right, this pack is interesting. I do love an administrator. I think this card is very good. To my detriment, sometimes I'll take a card that is probably not worth playing because of it. What else do we have though? Nothing at commons jumps out. I do like the journey, and I kind of like the captives, but I'm not in a hurry to take it. What else do we have? The general, a 4/4 essentially. It's 4/4 worth of stats versus the glider staff. Notably, you kind of need to be in the lion turtle or the lessons deck to want to play the lion turtle. I'm a sucker for it, but I do think the glider staff is a very good card. And staying mono white, it doesn't seem like there's really much of a cost to doing so. All right, this pack has a couple interesting cards. I think what jumps out to me is I do like the archer, I do like the hawk, and I do like the precision in waterbending and the redemption. Like those three things are fairly good. I think this pack is between the engineer and the enthusiast. Now, normally I would incline to take the same color mana, but I do think represents an opening in black. Fourth pick with a yeah. That said, the enthusiast does get better with ETBs, and the Airbender Ascension does promise that. Yeah, I think that's enough. It's close, but I think it's enough. Okay. Glider Kids is good. Appa, I think he's good. I think I've had him in my deck one time, once or twice, but I don't know if I've gotten to cast him very often. So maybe that's a sign that he just rots in your hand because he's 6 mana. Yeah, I think we're gonna take that. I do like the cycle of renewal, but Appa could be fairly good. Okay, this pack has some interesting stuff. I think the two cards that jump out to me is Path of Redemption and Meteor Sword. This card is very good. Yeah, we'll take the Meteor Sword. Getting to airbend a Meteor Sword is crazy. Not that that's something that I would expect to happen, but probably not zero. Out of these cards that are a lot of double color cards like this guy, or cards that I'm just like not necessarily doing. So we'll see. I'm gonna take the gates. Probably won't play it, but We'll see. This pack has a Ostrich Horse, which has a good ETB. Jong Jong getting reset with the Ascension is kind of cute, but probably not very good. And then I could also just take a 5-color land, like the Arena, but I think we'll take this. Now we're at a good position to take the Captive. Okay. Blue-green duel, a Yip Yip. That's really all I'm looking for. You know, I do like a Yip Yip, but I do think in the world where there's some pretty good multicolored cards, I might just take the land over a card that I'm like, whatever about. Look at that. We just have our choice of everything. At the moment, we have mostly allies, so Yip Yip does go up in value. And then, I don't know. Maybe we would play the Swamp Bender. Who's to say? Alright, we're kind of in an interesting spot. At the moment, these two guys, the Rallier does not get, but that's hardly the point. And we're just cleaning up the last couple cards here. Wah, wah, wah. I open this card a ton. It feels awful every time. I might take Allies at last. Seems like a really good removal spell for my deck now. I know I didn't pick it early, but I was like not sure I was going to be an Allies, and now it looks like it's going to be quite good. Another Appa. I think I'm actually inclined to take the Rallier. I think in general defaulting to cheaper cards is good. I think Appa is a good card, and if it wheels, I would play it. But when presented with a Rallier, I'm gonna take the Rallier. And then at the moment, like, just take a look at everything that's 2 or less mana, or 3 or less power rather. And here, I mean, I guess on that same note, like, take the Rallier. It's kind of the same tier as the farm animals for this deck, it seems like, though maybe that's not true. All right. Get a permanent back. It's not too bad. I think I'd rather the enthusiast, though. I guess get a permanent back gets like some good things, but I think this card is going to end up playing out quite well in the deck. Would I rather have the sentries? Maybe. Tough to say. At the moment, this is a deck that looks like it's going to want like Kyoshi Warriors or things like that. So, this is an interesting set. We have the Compassionate Healer, the Rings, Metal Bending, and a green-white land. I think it's these two, and then these two are like the next tier. I do like Compassionate Healer. Don't know what it is, but I am a sucker for that card. Okay, I was wondering what the green trick was. I could not recall for the life of me, so that's good to recall. I don't think I'm going to take that over a Glider Kids. I don't think I'm going to take the second Meteor Sword. But should I? I mean, any hand that's got Meteor Sword feels good. Any hand that has 2 would feel awful, so we'll take the Glider Kids. Now we can take the Ostrich Horse. Not an ally, it's not whatever, but still alright. And at the moment, we're not playing these lands, but that could change quickly. Well, it has dried up completely. If I would to splash something, I guess I would take the trap. Blue-black, a vehicle, blasting jelly, a cat owl. Maybe I take the blasting jelly, just in case also to shore up my like removal package. So funny enough, the where are you? The Ralliers do get the treetop, but I don't even know if that's good enough still. That said, I have the two Ralliers are bending or water bending, so probably is worth a merit. Last couple cards, just get through the fodder here. And then see what we open to end the draft. Well, Day of Black Sun is a very strong card. However, it is not for our deck. With 8 allies, I think we just want another Allies at War. Or Allies at Last, rather. Would not mind a Path to Redemption or another Appa, but it's a good card. We're light on interactiveness. So. Sokka, you say, huh? Well, he's good, but I'm not going to complain about a 3 mana allies that get +1/+1. If I can pick up another one of those, two of those guys, you know, fingers crossed. Probably not going to happen, though. I feel like I want the invasion tactics over Appa, #2. I just don't have room for too many 6+ mana spells, and well, that is a 6+ mana spell. Guru gets a lesson, saga, or shrine, and we have one lesson. So not very good here. I think with all the expensive stuff, I'm almost inclined to take uh, the audience. There's also a lightning strike. Obviously, we're not doing that. It's just interesting to call it out. We have 13 creatures. Yeah, I mean, I think we take the regime. Or redemption, rather. What is this? This is a get mana of any color, which I would not play, of course, but I'm considering if I would rare draft it. I think the answer is no. I don't think I want the Cabbage Merchants. Well, maybe I do. It also fixes. Um, you know, I think I have enough playables. I'm just gonna take a Mythic because I want to get my collection completed. An Allies at Last, #3. I mean, if this is gonna be good, it's gonna be great. I have my suspicions that it will not be particularly good. Um, hmm. Actually, I would play the Ostrich Horse. I think that card is totally playable. Well, we didn't end up with a reason to play Blasting Jelly, so I think we cut that. And 16 lands with triple horse, double audience. Maybe I cut the fan. No, I think that's going to be as good as the merchant. Maybe I don't run 3 of those. I do think I run 2 of the audience. I think having that guy is going to end up being an asset more than a liability. And I'll cut the Yip Yip. I think I'd actually like a mana sink like this, given we have the battle fan and stuff. It is an ally. However, it is not an ally with 3 or less power or something like that. Anyways, I think this is the deck. We just go 9/8 with green over whites. And just hope for the best. Wait, what is going on here? I thought this was... Oh, maybe I was going to go 16. The 16 with an Appa and a Meteor Sword seems weak. We have, what, 15, 16 creatures? Yeah, I probably just don't need it. Alright. This is a fun little deck. A little green-white action, little allies and whatnots. Hopefully we can translate this into some match wins. Oh, didn't even have to hit pause. Playing a good old Ella Schnorr. We can't take advantage of that. 17 lands and a single plains. This is a mulligan. If Yeah, that's about it. Maybe we should be playing the enthusiasts. Maybe that card's not very good. I think we take this and we bin the tactics because we have a good mana sink in Rallier. I think we play this. It does about the same thing. If they use removal on it, it works out about the same. Well, they might have a lightning strike. They probably don't have firebending lesson. Sure. They use their first removal spell to kill my guy. Well, we'll keep that guy. Well, this blocks that quite effectively. You know, I do have some regrets, but I think we trade 2 for 2. May, you say? Zhong on the 2/2? Alright. That might prompt the block. Will it? I mean, this does just block both of these next turns, so I guess we chill. Now we've got the Rallier for the turn after this. Chill. A counter on this. 3 mana. They have 1 mana left over. Wow. I think we just chill. I think at 16 I am supposed to do this. I just don't think going to 10 seems like it makes a ton of sense. And then next turn, since I drew the thing, clearly I just block. Hope that it all works out. Okay, well, they have 3 power. We do get to Ostrich Horse and equip it. Hopefully that's good enough. Ugh, that is unfortunate. Oh, that's almost so good. We'll make them do it, but they got me. Dang. I think we played that about right. It's tough. Red-white aggro got us there on the first match, so, well, I believe in the deck. Let's go into this last half of the draft and try to win this one. All right, we have a pretty decent hand, I would say. A little bit better than the last round, but no, we definitely just go the audience, and then next turn we can go like merchant plus the captive. We can play the 3/2. Swamp on a forest makes me kind of just want to attack. I think they have a kill spell. Maybe it's a cycler, but probably not. Glider Staff is interesting. I don't think it's interesting enough though. Okay, no kill spell. So it's probably a cycler that they're trying to hang on to. Okay. Here, I think we go Cabbage Merchant plus the Path to Redemption. Do all this. Neuter their first threats. We have access to 4 mana, make it an extra bit. Can't quite do anything too crazy, so I think I want to maybe just get a land this turn and attack for 2. Clearly they can block if they would like. Maybe they don't want to. Okay, well we do this, we get our land. Hopefully that's good enough. This is on the bottom of my library. So it does not matter. I probably want the extra land in there. Crazy. We just get to Ascension the freaking Hama. That's just ridiculous. I mean, they don't get it this turn, but... Oh, that's kind of crazy, I won't lie. Yeah, I'll take the action. Get Forest. They can airbend my flyer all they would like. Now, unfortunately, I do not get to go too crazy here, but what I do get to do is I get to go Enthusiast into Glider Kids. And then I still... 7th land actually does it, I think. Yeah, we'll keep the 7th land. I mean, I probably don't need to prioritize that, but... You know, I don't know. It's Op an ally? It is a Bison ally. How cute. Well, getting to Flicker Hama is pretty disgusting. Block here, like here. I think I'm willing to pay that cost. Deal. Beetle, huh? We can maybe reset the Ruffian. That's not actually that spooky though, so. Alright, what do we got here? Appa, we can kind of go off here. They're going to be able to reset the Ruffian. I don't think that's very spooky though, so. Fair enough. So, I mean, if I equip this, then this taps for 2, so I have access to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, and a 6, and that's enough to activate this as well. I guess the question is, would I activate this turn? I don't think the answer is yes. So we go land, we go... I guess there's no point... Fair enough. I'm down to 5, and now I'm kind of in the driver's seat. Hopefully that is good enough. Might not be. Sparring dummy. Now they get to flicker their 3-1, which is good, but clearly it's not good enough. Like, that guy just not being able to jump for many turns was, like, pretty big deal, so. Now they could go block, block. Actually, that's not true. This is the only thing they have with reach, so I'm just like baiting them. Nice. We got there. The honestly, I think they misplayed by not trying to get Airbender Ascension value out of Hama. Maybe they thought they were too far behind, but that's like such a good thing. And granted, I know like perfect information in my hand, and that would have been really good, but the fact that they didn't and they went for more of a short-term game plan was in my best interest. All right, back at it versus a mythic opponent. A little white-green action. We have two 3-drops and a 7-drop on the draw. Good mana, but I don't think I keep that. I think we could just do better. Keep this, and then if we hit a green, we don't really care for the merchant, so we'll get rid of that. And the Ascension, you know what? Maybe we end up doing that. White, green. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I play this guy. Lane cycling. You know what? There's a first time for everyone. Here I'm going to be hard-pressed to not Glider Kids. I think I have enough going on that I can afford that. I also don't think they block. It would be a little crazy for them to do so. So yeah, we get the Glider Kits. They probably play a spell that upticks their thing. Do I want the Captive? Not really. I don't think. I mean, it's a 2-drop that I'm happy to have, but at this point in the game, like we're past that moment. So let's try to do something a little bit stronger. This is a new one. Whenever an ally enters, gain a life, and if it's the second time, put a counter on this card. All right. You know what? You got me. Holy cow. Quite the magic card there. Yeah, getting to bounce it. I mean, they're probably gonna get to double creature again, but man, it's like if it's that or a 5/5. I mean, I know what I'm gonna do, right? Probably lose to a Avatar enthusiast, no? Yeah, crazy. They're just stacking their rare triggers. Whew. I mean, I guess I did play rare too, but that's crazy. Yeah, well, that means maybe they have Razor Wings. That's kind of the only way this attack makes sense, that they wouldn't attack with both. Like, if they had a pump spell, we just take that, of course. So if I hit a green, this is probably better. I do think I attack with Healer and the Glider Kids. Gives me... we'll keep that on top. Now I know that I want to, or I will be able to Ostrich Horse into a land at least, so... Triple land? I mean, sure. What could they have? A pump spell? I guess. Oh, wait, did I not notice the Sunblessed Peak? When did they get that out there? White red, huh? Maybe they also have an Allies at last. I'm probably inclined to block the Voyager now. Why are they doing that? Are they just getting really aggro? I guess I just don't care. What is this? Sorry. X damage to each creature your opponents control. And X is 2. Oh, that's really good, of course. So Cascade, what are you gonna get? Roxas Audience. Okay, well, we'll just kill that thing then, huh? Sure, I mean, that's very good. Here's my board. What is this thing? 5 mana sorcery with Cascade. Dang. Well, we're just dead. If we hit a land, we actually still don't do anything, so... You got me. Crazy. Alright, we are 1 and 2, and I'm going to do the classic deactivate the camera, but in true fashion, we'll talk about some stuff. Um, yeah, one thing I am is a singer-songwriter, so when I'm not making magic content, which that's a pretty new thing for me, I'm playing music or going out and seeing live music and stuff. So you can catch me on the Twitch on the same username as you see down here, but it's something that I enjoy doing quite a bit. It's quite the journaling process. It's a way to, connect with emotions and stuff that you don't talk about as much as you probably should. I think it's the Double Forest. I don't really know. But yeah, so I started playing music when I was 10 years old. I got a guitar. I didn't know how to play it. I got lessons a year later. And then I kind of just stuck with that through school. I have two options on 2 drops. They both are good, but I guess I'll go with this guy first. Sure. If they don't play a mountain, also a bossing, say cray cray. Um, um, you got me, friend. You got me. What else though? Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did band, I did choir, I did all the things that you would expect, and it was just kind of lovely, kind of a lovely time of my life. One that I think about a lot. Very fond. I think I'm supposed to play this guy first. This blocks the power creature, so we get a land back, and then it's pretty sitting pretty here. I'm gonna block here like this. I feel like I'm the defender here, and I just want to survive. That could be incorrect. They have a bossing save. Maybe I'm supposed to try to race, but it doesn't feel like that's the case. Yeah. What else? Oh man, music was such a big part of my life. And then I went to college. I got an electric guitar, but I didn't really buy anything after that or do too much. Like I went to an open mic or two. I remember playing How to Save a Life and some other stuff, but man, it just was a different time. If I do this, I get to actually activate it, which is kind of nice. I got chill. Yeah, and then after college, I kind of was trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing with my life. I played Magic for a little bit, tried to figure out work, and then eventually I did. Maybe I just kill that right now. They tapped it. That's got to be a misplay, but didn't want those cards anyway. Maybe I just kill their two things. Maybe I should have done that on their upkeep, but I feel like it was a little too risky to do so. 4, 5, 6. So I actually have mana held up, so we're just gonna chill. One more turn. I just think it was a little too risky to Let them make it a 6/6 with mana up. Oh man. The rest of the story time though is that. Ooh, that's a good card. That is a spicy meatball. Oh, the rest of the story is that I went off, figured things out for a little while, and eventually, we kind of figured it all out. Music was a pretty core part of my life, and I could never see myself not doing a ton of music. Okay. I mean, this combination is really strong. They only have 2 cards in hand, so this is not an ally for these. Fair enough, I guess. We are tapping out, which is a little tough. Well, not gonna lie, I would have loved both of those. Specifically the meteor sword. Alright. I got a lot going on here. Bummer. That would have been a good one to have an interaction for. I think I'm content to tap out for that. Hmm. I'm probably not gonna block for this guy, so I'll just tap it. I'm actually fairly okay with trading a 4 thing for that, but I'm at a high enough life total that I don't really want to give them all of the things. This would be good, but it's like I think they won't be able to earthbend plus a 6 mana, so I will get a chance to go 4 and 2 on something. And Appa would be really good. Not gonna lie. We are in Appa waiting room. That's a pretty good card too. I don't know why it wants to tap all of my white mana. Well, we're gonna put that on the bottom because quite actually, like that's gonna be. Okay, well, now we're in a position where we have to kill it when they activate it. Um, and that's only as a sorcery, so hopefully this all works out. I kind of have to do it like that. If they play a land and they target the mountain, then that also works. Okay, well the 2/2 makes it so I don't do that. Then the land, what do you target? They make a 3/3, that's pretty good. Or at least for me, that's the most annoying. It gains trample. Well, we're not going to stop that. And notably, they'll get a counter off this thing, so I have to be a little careful about it. I think I double block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if they kill either of these, it's like also okay. And then we have to also wait for them to put their counter out there. Imagine they're going to use it on the something else. But again, we had to wait until after damage and stuff, because obviously that's just a very good synergy thing. Okay. No, well, it's alright. That's alright. Invasion Tactics would be very good. Appa, very good. We have 16 cards. If we activate this a couple times, we're kind of likely to draw it in a turn or two. And these both tap for 1 at the moment, so I guess we could tap like this. Forest, of course. And that's all right. So we go land. We get to go. Actually, hold up. Back that up. I want to be able to equip the battle fan, so we're going to make this guy. You know what? That works. And then if they put a counter on something, I guess I'd rather be able to block with this. Okay. Don't think I want to trade 5 for whatever they got. But I can block this, and I can block this, and I can double block that, so... Seems like we're okay. Well, Combustion Man is very good. So Appa is coming up. So I can airbend the Combustion Man. I can airbend my own captive, earthbend once. Kind of cute. I think I want to keep this guy from attacking. And then I get to attack with some stuff. Is that good? This is a tough one. I I do think I do it. So you know, I don't love this position. To make a 7/7. Pretty good. Do they have land drop? I assume they do. Land on top. Of course, we miss 3 lands to the bottom. I think Appa is in this group. They get back some stuff. I get back some stuff. They get their triggers. I get my triggers. Cannot understate how good Appa would be right about now. How good is this? Ally, ally, citizen, citizen, ally. They can block the captive for free almost. This is a 4-power thing. It's still worth doing, I suppose, but not the strongest thing in the world. I just attack with everything. They go block, block, block. They take 8s. And they could take 7. I draw a card. I do recall, though, that Appa was in the group with Invasion Tactics, so I will not be activating it. Well, sorry, John. Good card, good card. They've got a lot of threats. Let's see what they do with it. I mean, Appa on in Tactics is actually probably kind of ridiculous, no? We'll see how they play this. I mean, clearly, Boss Sing Se has just been a house and a half. We have a 1 out of 3 of hitting Appa. And then I think it was 2 lands. Yeah, just take. They're targeting. Yeah, okay, they're targeting bats. I'll take 5. I will quad block. And they kill 3 of my 4 things. If I get Appa, this is still going to be very good. +2/+0, and they can activate it a bunch of times. Well, we needed Appa there. Maybe they let me draw a card for free. Right, so we're gonna make them do it, make them think about it, but that is not good. Well, losing to a random flyer at the end is about par for the course. We'll see if they go for it. I mean, that's not going for it. I guess, no, it is. They just have to activate it once. Bossing, say a land, a block, takes 6, 10. Nope. No problemo, sir. I could just spend so much removal on their free bossing, say tokens. Like, card is crazy good, man. Yeah, wow. That was a rough 1 and 3. I tell you what. We get some pretty unfortunate mills with these ostrich horses. Maybe with these guys, you want to prioritize the permanent cards from your graveyard. I know I passed one of those up. What else was bad? Man, maybe I should have like airbent one of their things and then whatever, right? Could have been me. I could have not blocked. I could have attacked him down to 3 or 4 or whatever, and then that would have given me a chance to win. Man, that's a tough draft. This deck felt totally fine, but in the end, didn't even matter at all. Well, don't say I never didn't upload my poor results because I thought this deck was good, and it was not. I guess I just really haven't been having a ton of luck with white aggro s kind of decks. I think this wasn't a deck for enthusiasts. Like that was probably a bad card. Maybe I should have played the extra horse, maybe something like this, gone a little bit bigger. I don't know exactly, and in the end, I think I learned a little bit. didn't draw as much of the interactive stuff as I wanted, so maybe I just needed to take more of it over like something else. Tough to say, but we played to our outs, and our outs did not play to us. You take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.